defense and security forces, and the regional administration, through my voice, stand firmly behind the leaders and general population of the Southwest region in their rejection of the disguised designs of separatist terrorists and their accomplices, once again revive generalized terrorist activities and impose severe suffering on the population through their so-called ghost town and lockdown. In reassuring the elite, elected officials, traditional rulers, and local political leaders of the total support of the administration, I also strongly exhort all elected officials who hold the mandate to represent those populations, as well as the traditional rulers and political leaders across all 6 divisions of this region, to mobilize the population to rise up like one man and denounce any persons suspected of involvement in terrorism or criminal activities, because they are hiding amongst you, the population, in various homes, villages, quarters, and towns. Indeed, contrary to the pretending witness at the beginning, it is today well known that those terrorists and their accomplices are in many cases either your children, your husband, friends, or neighbors. It is also known that they do not live in the tree branches in the bushes. Neither do they drink rainwater or eat raw food in the bushes. They live among you, eat with you, drink with you, and attend various celebrations with you. In short, they are not strange persons to many of you. Consequently, at this period when they are intensifying threats and propaganda about violence against innocent citizens, I'm calling on the population to adopt a firm attitude from now henceforth to terrorize the terrorists. Terrorize the terrorists by systematically denouncing them to the closest administrative authority or defense and security forces. Those actions will enable the forces of law and order to take the necessary actions to put an end to their terrorist activities forever. Because it is no longer a secret that they live amongst you and hide amongst you, I want to be very clear to everyone here today, or within the Southwest region. If a terrorist action is carried out anywhere resulting to a loss of life or destruction of properties, and the local populations fail to denounce the authors or suspects, the immediate neighbors of the incident and the quarter head or traditional chief will be considered as accomplices and treated as such. As we know, as it was the case in our country in the year 60 and early 70, in the West, due to around part of the central region during the era of the Maquisards, when the population decided that the killings and suffering were enough, they started denouncing all terrorists and suspects, and the phenomenon came to an end till now. Let's take that good example of our father, our elder, who stopped the Maquisard In the same light, I would like to avail myself of this forum to invite local political leaders, elected officials, traditional rulers, elite and leaders of civil society organizations to mobilize the population who have already shown that they reject terrorism, to henceforth denounce all suspects, because enough is enough, and we cannot accept that our population is once again taken back to the painful days of the 2018 and 2019. They must rise up and say stop and no to all acts of terrorism and lockdowns. I think you will agree with me that it will be very sad, and history will judge the main actors whom we are very negatively if you allow the Southwest region, which has continuously benefited from the special attention of the head of state and his entire government, to become an experimental ground for violence, terrorism, kidnappings, and destruction of the same socio-economic infrastructure and opportunities which the population has been crying for and which have been so generously granted by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Biya. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, I want to thank you.